In this video, we're going to learn how to mind map, and we're going to be using a software called Simple Minds. Now, this is available, as you can see here, for the iPhone, the iPad. It's also on the Android, Mac, and Windows. So you can use this and you can stream it across your devices. And like its name, Simple Mind, it's pretty simple to use. So let's take a look. Since I'm on a PC and you can use this as a Mac, let's take a look over here of what you can do on the PC. What I like about this, I have the version of the upgraded version on my iPhone, and what I like about it is only $4.99, so it's less than $5 to put this on your phone. And you can send, once you have it on both your desktop and your phone, you can actually send the maps from one device to another. And you can add media, you could add notes, you could add photos, and you can do a lot with this. You can change the colors around of your map, which is pretty cool. And it has a free 30-day trial. We'll just click on this here, purchase the full edition. And I'm not sure of the exact prices because this is in euros, so I'm assuming this is probably maybe $25, $26 in American dollars. I'm not positive. I don't have a converter, but still, that's not expensive at all. But you can use this free 30-day trial, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to pull up what I installed. I'm on the 30-day trial right now, and this is what a map looks like. And I did this one in black and white. And as you can see, what I did was I mapped out promoting your business. So here's all the little branches of things you can do to promote your business. When you promote and market your business, you need publicity, online marketing, offline marketing, social media, advertising, networking. And then off of those branches, we have different ways you can network, which would be attend events, masterminds, charities. These are just some of the ways I quickly put down. Online marketing, SEO, blogging, articles, one-on-ones, referrals. I didn't put email marketing here either, and so on. So, this is just a basic way you can take an idea for your business, and you can write, what you need to do in your business, and then write down all of the things you need to do, the first layer, and then go on and write more. And with this software here, you can change the colors. I was using this primarily, this was imported from my app, but you can also take icons and add them. So if I was to click here, I could add, let's say, a little star, and a little star goes in here. So what you could do is you could create processes and systems by using mind maps. So what I mean by that, I want to see if I can actually see if I could find another one of my maps in here. Let's see. Import. Okay, I have a lot of these on my phone, but I had another one that I did about email, how to build an email list, and I put that in the center, and then I put all the different components and things you need to do to build your email list. So let's see, you can also make this into a PDF, you can have it into an image, you can make it into a map file, or you can convert it into a text file, which is pretty cool. And here's the different colors that you can use here as well. So I can click on here and I could say I'm going to make that color, and then I'm going to switch, and I'm going to do I could do different styles. So if I say I want to just use one of these templates, I can switch the whole map to bright colors, or I can do some spring type colors. So it gives you a lot of different options to jazz these up and make it pretty looking. And you could save the different type of customizations that you made. But besides all these nice fancy features here, which really are not the purpose of it, because you could just have a plain black and white one like this one. The point of this is to take an idea and break it down and simplify it into small steps. So, a lot of times we get completely overwhelmed in our businesses because things seem too big, too difficult to accomplish. Like this, promoting your business. I mean, this is just the tip of the iceberg. There's tons of things you can do. So the first thing you want to do is you want to take your big idea, put it in the center, and think about all the different things you need to do around that big idea. Then you want to look at a map like this and say, okay, let's take publicity, for example. Let's make another map of publicity. So if I were to go into here and let's make a new map here, and you can email it. I'm just going to go through here because I've only done this actual map on here we go, on my phone so far. So let's play around with this. Let's do publicity. Okay, so we want to make have publicity for our business. So that's a pretty big idea. I mean, a lot of people would feel extremely overwhelmed doing publicity for their business. So let's start off and let's think again, what would be some of the things we can use for publicity for our business? Let's think of what are some of the places we can have. We can go on TV. We'll click on here. We can do print, which that could even break down even further. When we say print, what kind of print? Well, you can be featured in newspapers, and you can also be featured in a magazine. So we'll put magazines. So let's go back over here to some other forms of publicity. Okay, how about online? And maybe that's going to be somebody's going to interview you for an online show. So let's say an online show interview. Show interviews. It's a form of publicity. Okay, and how about we're going to use radio. You could do a radio interview. And off of radio, why don't we put podcasting? And then off of podcasting, there's different ways you can do this. You could be a guest, or you can start your own podcast. And I'll put that in here. Okay, and let's see, what are some other ways that we can get publicity? So maybe we can host an event and have it benefit a charity. Okay, so you're getting the idea here of what I'm doing. I'm breaking it down. I'm just doing this right off the top of my head right now. So I'm just thinking off the top of my head what how I would brainstorm around the word publicity and what I would need to do that. So then I could take these and I can move them. You see I'm moving these now and I'm putting these out. And as I worked on my map and I fixed it, and then say I did want to make it into a different color, I can change it into bright colors like that. And now what I could do is if I was done with this, I could continue to add different branches, or I can just go ahead and save it and then print this. And I could print this and I can possibly punch holes in it and put it in a binder. So now I have a map for publicity. So say I'm working with an assistant or a partner, we can make various maps for our business and put it into a book so that if an assistant comes in, you can say, okay, these are the steps, these are the things we need to speak about. If you're having a meeting, this is great to print everybody at the meeting. After you've brainstormed all the different ideas that you have and the different things that need to be done around that idea. And you just want to break it down. So, you're going to keep breaking it down. We're going to take one of these now. So say you think, okay, out of these ideas for publicity, I really like starting my own podcast. So again, you would go over here to the mind mapping after you would save this one. And let's see, we're going to add a new mind map and we're going to say start a podcast. Okay, so now we're starting a podcast. So I'm going to go over here and what do I need to do to start a podcast? Well, I'm going to need equipment. Oops. Okay, what are some other things I'm going to need here? I'm going to need a podcast hosting to host the audios. I can move these like so. I'm going to need to name my show. And then I want to think about the format of the show. Like what is the purpose of the show? And then I want to think about what kind of guests I'd like to interview on the show. Then I'm also going to need to submit my show to iTunes. And in order to do that, I may need to hire someone if I don't know how to do that myself. And I'm also going to need a show graphic. And another thing I would need if I want to do a podcast would be a blog to post my podcasts to, so I can share it on social media. And again, that's going to require, maybe I'm going to hire someone if I don't know how to do that. And then I think I'm going to probably need some hosting. So here again, you're getting the idea. It's just branching off. But you see how easy that is? Let's just go under equipment. We're going to need a microphone. And this is great to do with someone, to actually sit here and brainstorm with someone. Can give you ideas that may know a little bit more, than about certain topics that you can add to. So what other kind of equipment would I need if I'm going to do a podcast? Well, you're going to need a computer, your microphone. I would say to put on top of your microphone a pop filter, and so on. And then you would brainstorm again. I'm not going to keep doing it, but I'm going to show you. You would go, okay, name of show, and we'd make a mind map, and we'd go here and start the process all over again. And we would then print this or save this to our computer, share it with someone who maybe can help us flesh it out a little bit more and give us some more ideas. And there we go. We have, everything basically that we need to do to start a podcast. So this is a very handy tool to use. Again, it's just called Simple Minds. I'm using right now the desktop trial version of Simple Minds, which is pretty cool. But you can just go over to, if you just want to use it on your phone, make sure though you do upgrade to the $4.99, because I had tried the initial free version and I wasn't really pleased with it. It doesn't let you really save it or do anything with it. But the $5 version, you can do everything you see me doing here. And, play around with it. Start creating these. Print them. You can air print as well onto your printer and start creating these processes. And it doesn't have to be just for your business. It could be things that you want to do in your home or in your life. Break them down. Getting your ideas out of your head into a mind map, and so you can visualize it and see it really clearly, is super helpful in helping you accomplish your goals. You can make one for goals, just what you want to do. Say it's, the dream vacation, it's visit Hawaii, and then you put all the things you need to do around that. But so use your imagination, but definitely use it in your business, because this is going to help with that feeling of overwhelm, where you feel just completely overwhelmed and you don't know where to begin. Using mind maps is a terrific way to overcome procrastination and overwhelm and help you get on track.